Hi everybody, this is Tiffany. I hope everyone's having a great day. I came on and gave a prophetic word. So guys, this is going to be an addition to the message I just put out regarding blocking communication. So with that one, that's for specific people, and this one is for specific people as well. So if it resonates in your spirit, you take it to the Lord in prayer to get more clarity and guidance regarding your situation. These messages are for so many different people. There's certain things that might stand out for you. You take that part to the Lord, or the whole thing might resonate, or something from the other blocking communication, something from this one might resonate. You take this to the Lord in prayer. But I'm on today. I wasn't expecting to come on today regarding what was just revealed to me. So it's bits and pieces of little things that has been revealed to me over a time as well, that I didn't do anything with that information, but the Lord just confirmed what I knew and what he added on to this situation regarding the parents. So I don't know if you guys remember, I put out a word last year about he's coming to you anyway, and what the holdup with was in that message was his mother. So today the Lord brought to me, and I'll tell you what he brought to me last month and other things as well, but today it was the father in The Little Mermaid. If you guys remember, in that movie, the father didn't want Ariel to mix with the humans. So when I forgot who brought her the statue, because when Eric's boat, something was wrong with the boat, I think that's when she saved him, I think. So the statue, it was a statue that was made of him, one of Ariel's friends, because I don't really remember exactly, but they brought her the statue of him. So the father came in and he was talking to her, because Sebastian already said she was with the humans, and then she was like pretty much hiding behind the statue and then talking, letting her father know it's fine. And then he just got so angry when she said I love him. Then he broke apart the statue of Eric, the guy that she was in love with. So the Lord brought the father to me. I didn't mention him in the last video, and it wasn't meant to either. It was meant to be in something separate because of everything that I'm going to say today. So the father didn't want Ariel to mix with the human. So already there's a difference there. In that video that I did, and I said the difference between me and my future spouse. So there's a difference between you and your future spouse aren't the same. Something is different with you guys. So what the Lord has been bringing to me is Romeo and Juliet. I didn't know where he was going with the Romeo and Juliet thing. It's Romeo and Juliet, and I was like, Romeo and Juliet. So I started to do my digging, but nothing really came from that either. So there was a vision that I had, I think it was a month or so ago, and I brought it up to Kanaja, and I brought it up to her because I was kind of stuck, because in that vision it was kind of gruesome, and it was like, I didn't see a knife or anything, but I remember me having a tool, but it was like, I think I hurt myself in that vision, and then it was like blood, you can say, like on my face. So I was stuck with that, and I was just like, okay, what is that about? So I got nothing, and then I brought it up to her, and she said it reminded her of this poem. So she told me what the poem was. I went to read it. Nothing stood out, so I left it alone. But it still didn't leave me either, because I was just like, what is the Lord trying to say with that, right? But I still got nothing. So the Lord been bringing up Romeo and Juliet, and I'm just like, okay, so what does that have to do with anything? And I still wasn't really getting much. Maybe it was like a month and a half ago, I watched Ever After. Ever After is a movie with Drew Barrymore. It's like a Cinderella, it's mimicking Cinderella story, right? So what the Lord brought to me, what stood out to me when I even watched it, was when she said, a bird may love a fish, but where would they live? And she was talking to the artist, the older artist guy in that movie, and he said, well, I'm gonna have to make you wings. So when she went to the ball, she had wings, right? So that part stood out to me. I even cried with that part. I didn't really know why but now it makes sense what the Lord is showing. So when I looked up the other day about Romeo and Juliet, William Shakespeare is another poet, right? He because some people say Romeo and Juliet was fiction, some people say it was real, but nonetheless we all know this story. We even watched the movie and read about it in school, right? So nevertheless we still know about this. So The Lord has brought this up to me regarding the difference between Romeo and Juliet. If you guys don't know the story between Romeo and Juliet, their fathers didn't like each other. They were different. Capulet and Montague, I believe. So they were at feud. So that's why Romeo and Juliet couldn't be together. So again, there's the difference, but the Lord is pinpointing the difference between you and your future spouse. You guys are different somehow, and authority figure, parents most likely don't want you guys together. So this is where the blocking of the communication is stemming from in this message, is regarding parents. So when I had looked up who wrote If a Bird Made Love of It, did anyone write it? Because I didn't know if that was part of the movie or that was actually something said. So when I typed in A Bird Made Love a Fish, but where would they live, that was actually a poem. So what the Lord is revealing to me, I write poetry. So your future spouse might write poetry, or you write poetry. Something is going on with poetry. So the Lord is pinpointing poetries, or you guys might receive a poem from your future spouse. I'm not exactly sure, but poetry definitely has something to do with this message. So I'm going to read the poem. I'm going to read the poem to you guys. Hold on one second, because there's something that stuck out that the Lord is wanting us to know. So I'm going to put the link to the poem in the description, or I'll just put the whole poem in there. I don't know. But if you want to read it for yourself, you can do that and then see if anything else sticks out to you as well. So this poem is The Fish Who Loved a Bird. So I'm going to read that to you guys. The fish who loved a bird. A fish fell in love with a bird one day. What was the reason? I could not say. The bird flew down its reflection to see. The fish jumped high and cried, "Marry me." The bird simply laughed and flew away. "Birds marry birds," was all she'd say. But while she flew, nothing else came to mind, save the face of the fish she was leaving behind. No other had spoken to her such words of love, not the swift falcon nor the sweetest dove. To the beauty of his fins a bird could not compare, or the strength of his muscles as he leapt in the air. Suddenly she turned, though she could not say why. Back to the water she quickly did fly. Oh, beautiful fish, how can this be? A bird of the sky and a fish of the sea. We never could marry, our worlds are apart. So why, cruelest fish, have you stolen my heart? The fish gave his reply, and his words sang true. He told the lovely bird what in his soul he knew. Beloved, my beloved, oh, do not despair. Though I swim in the ocean and you in the air, nothing in this world could keep us apart. If your love is as true as the love in my heart. The fish thought about it as best he could, till he had an idea that would do them some good. Sometimes before sunrise, at the edge of the world, I have seen a place where creation's unfurled. Come with me, my love, and our fates we will cheat. Come to this enchanted place where the sea and the sky meet. The bird and the fish both made their merry way, and live happy and in love to this very day. Now from the look of your face, you think my tale is a lie. You don't believe a beast of the sea can marry beasts of the sky. These things that I sing, I can prove they are true. The children of the couple are known to all of you. A puffin is a bird that calls the ocean home. What of flying fish? It is in the air they roam. So I didn't even know nothing about a puffin until I looked it up when I read the poem. So it is a bird fish kind of thing going on there. It's named Puffin there. So it was actually really cute. So what the Lord is revealing through this poem here, and this poem here is, even if you and your future spouse is different, if he's called you guys to be together, you guys will be together. But what stood out to me regarding the Romeo and Juliet thing, let me read that. It says, Romeo and Juliet are kept apart by fate, their family feud, and fatal miscommunication. If you guys don't know how this ended, it ended, Juliet faked her death so she can be with Romeo, but somehow the communication of her faking her death didn't get to him when it should have. So he actually thought she died. So when it was a drug she took that would make her appear like her heart would stop, her pulse wouldn't be there until a time after. So what was supposed to happen was she was supposed to fake her death so they could be together. So but he thought she was dead, so the message never got to him. and he ended up killing himself thinking she was dead because he thought she killed herself. So when she woke up, he was dead next to her, and she ended up killing herself. I believe it was with the same, I think, knife or something. She ended up killing herself. So this is where it says fatal miscommunication. It was real or a tale. It's still very sad. So I don't know how you guys are feeling with the distance and the communication being stalled. Is being stalled, and this is actively being stalled. So again, this is still actively people meddling in you guys' relationship, trying to stop communication with you two. I'm not exactly sure why. Some of the message in the last message still applies to this one. Could witchcraft be a factor? It still could. Meddling, yes, it still could. So even though you guys are different, they're still meddling, and people are actively trying to block communication. So this still applies to you guys' situation. So this is for people that their parents are the ones that's blocking communication. So the Lord just wanted me to come on and share that. What to do next, you would have to take this to the Lord in prayer, because I'm not exactly sure. Let me see if I got everything here. There is a way that you guys are going to be together. You guys can be together. You guys can be together, whether, doesn't matter the difference between you two. I don't know why the parents are involved with this. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, so in this situation, the communication is being blocked and stalled by the parents. It could be fathers, or mothers, or both. Not sure. I'll link that other video as well. If you guys don't know that video, when I said the mother was the holdup, that message was my future spouse was taking care of the mother in the way that he was supposed to be taking care of me. And I said he's letting people hold him up. I didn't go rewatch that, but that's what I remember. So the Lord brought that back to me as well. So there's some things going on behind the scenes regarding parents, and there's blockages involved. And the difference between you two is why they don't want you guys together for some reason. So yeah, you take this to the Lord in prayer if this resonates in your spirit. But the communication is being stalled and blocked. Yeah, so the Holy Spirit just led me right back to that fatal miscommunication. I don't know why the Lord is actually highlighting that fatal miscommunication. I'm not getting a good feeling from that. I don't know why would the Lord highlight fatal miscommunication, but please pray about this thing. Pray over your future spouse as well. Pray that we would take everything to the Lord, and we're not going to act out of our own feelings, because fatal miscommunication, so that's, and then let's not forget why they killed themselves, whether it be fiction or not. Fatal miscommunication. I don't want you guys to be so hurt that you guys hurt yourselves, or they hurt themselves. So just please pray over this. This is not of the Lord. Everything is going to work itself out. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Keep your eyes on the Spirit, because all this stuff is temporary. So remember that. Okay, so I hope this message helped somebody. I love you guys, and we will talk soon, Lord willing, and be blessed. Bye.